When we think about violent crime in Kansas City, we often think of the lives lost. But what happens to the people who survive getting shot? In a Safe KC report you will only see here, 41 Action News reporter Andres Gutierrez introduces us to programs serving those who live through the unthinkable.
Most days, Kansas City, Missouri faces a grim reality.
Police are investigating a double shooting in Kansas City.
Developing tonight, 2 people were shot.
A 4-year-old girl is in critical condition.
After shooting in East Kansas City.
At some of these, Jackson County prosecutor Jean Peters Baker is there.
I was out on a block because of a shooting. And I remembered that was just a couple of blocks over. Another child had been killed on the block a couple blocks over at an earlier time. So I decided to walk over, check out the other block to see how they were doing.
Prompting a candid conversation.
When I pressed them, what more could we have done? They said, well, you could have cleaned up the blood on the sidewalk because it stayed there and stayed there. And there's a stain on the sidewalk and my kids have to walk across that to get to and from school. So it would be really great if someone had cleaned up her blood stain from the sidewalk.
The enlightening moment gave way to the Caring for Crime Survivors program, a partnership between the prosecutor's office and the ad hoc group against crime.
Our goal is to literally meet people where they are, so knocking on the door of a crime victim's home and seeing what kind of services they might need in order to get back on their feet.
But they recently noticed a gap when a violent crime occurs and when that visit happens.
It was really kind of serendipitous.
Around the same time, a team at Truman Medical Centers was working to address it.
Beneath the physical injuries, there's a very real emotional toll that folks can sometimes take from sustaining and surviving a traumatic injury like a gunshot wound.
It's a collaboration called Project RISE, or Responsive Individualized Support and Early Intervention. The goal to identify shooting survivors from the moment they're treated who may develop PTSD.
We can help link people to other kinds of services or teach some certain kind of skills that'll help empower you to begin to recover from the emotional toll of an injury on your own.
The psychological first aid is currently a pilot program that began in September and is funded by Jackson County combat dollars.
The service is not conditioned on really anything but you showed up at a hospital with a wound and you are a victim in every sense of the word, and that we want to assist you.
We're talking about injuries that for a long time haven't been acknowledged, not just our community, but in communities around the country.
An innovative solution that seeks to mend a traumatized person's physical and emotional wounds. In Kansas City, Andres Gutierrez, 41 Action News.